Hey everybody, this is Abe with NTX Roofing. I'm here today with Sean from IKO. IKO is a shingle. Can I say shingle? Shingle manufacturer. Um,
Yes.
and brought Sean on just kind of give you guys some background on the company and tell you about the product. Sean, can you give us a little background, maybe mission statement and origins of the IKO company?
Yeah. So we're family owned, much like a lot of the companies we work with, like yourself. So we're currently actually on our fourth generation. The founder's grandson is our CEO, and then his son is in management level within the company. So pretty exciting to see that we're still being held strong within the family, and done things a little differently. So we actually own the whole supply chain. We make all of our own raw materials. So we have our own granule mine, fiberglass plant to make the strands as well as the matting, and then obviously our own shingle plants. And then up in Canada and Europe, we actually have commercial products too for flat roof.
So you guys are full international. You guys are all over the place.
Yeah, so we're all over Europe, North America, and then we recently, as of a little over a year ago, acquired Decra. So we also have stone coated steel wherever they are.
Oh, you're
Which I,
background. Okay.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
don't know why I didn't know that. I should know that. This is good
All right.
information because
Yep.
we're getting a lot into. We're doing a lot of metal roofing. We NTX Roofing. If you guys don't know, we actually do a lot of rural business as well as a lot of city. But we handle a lot of Cook County, Grayson County, some of the places where the population is lower, but there's a lot of land. They like metal roofs up there, and so the Denver product would be perfect for them. The stone coating is definitely a product that would go well up there. I think. Do they do it in the panels, or is it? Tell me about that product.
So I don't know a ton about it because I don't rep that. We actually have our own reps
Okay.
for deck. But from what I do know is it's the full lineup. It's panels, mounting brackets, everything they make, and it's definitely a higher end look, more of a designer look to kind of instead of having the thick clay tiles like you traditionally see, they're able to do it with steel and stone coat it so it looks the same without having all that weight.
So it's comparison to like a standing seam. It's more of a decorative look than just sustainability or function.
Yeah, so it's going to have a lot of good function, obviously, because metal is very durable, but
Right.
it is fancier look, the higher end designer look.
Okay. And I do want to make a note. Like we have been using IKO for the last year and a half, and extremely happy with the product. There was a couple of major companies that we were using, and we had a lot of warranty issues. And when it came to resolving those issues, it became more of an issue than it was honestly worth. And so I started searching around, and James over at Southern Shingle turned me on to, I guess, now your boss, Jack, with IKO. And
Yep.
we started using it that actually it's probably closer to 2 years, and we've been very happy with the product. It seems to be very durable. And honestly, if you're a roofer, it goes a little further by the bundle. They're slightly larger than some of the other manufacturers, so it does help us in that area when it comes to costs. Can you address that too when it comes to consumers, the cost differential? Is there a major cost differential? I mean, that you've seen in the marketplace. Obviously, it's different for every roofer when they're buying, depending on the volume. But in a general sense, can you touch that a little bit?
Yeah, so speaking to a lot of the contractors in the crowd, and as well as yourself, we've from what you've experienced, everyone's trying to do quality work with good materials that's going to hold up and last. Kind of the name of the game. But the people who can do the high quality work with the great materials and get it done efficiently, effectively, know it's going to be all right, and you can get on to the next project, do very well. And where we kind of partner with them very well is that we are a true square. So as you mentioned a little bit further, so most brands say approximate square to every 3 bundles, and when it comes out to it, you're actually being shorted a shingle for every square. So it's clever. How do you sell more hot dog buns? But
Yeah, it's the same concept. Yeah. One of the other things I wanted to touch base on too is your hail, wind, and weather ratings, and how it impacts maybe insurance premiums. Now, I know that like it's a heavier shingle than some of the other ones that I use as well. So there is a thickness to it that some of the other shingles don't have. Um, can you give us maybe some? Hold on a second. I'll pause that. No, so I want to touch base on the weather ratings, and as far as its durability, I had touched base a little bit on I know as far as lifting the bundles, it seems considerably heavier than some of the other products that we use or have used in the past.
Yeah. So for our laminates, we're running, up to 230 a square, Dynasty and Nordic especially. Um, Cambridge, yeah, we're definitely one of the thicker, heavier ones on the market.
Okay, and now, so a lot of people are upgrading the shingles now because we live in the it seems like the hail mecca. It's always we get hit every year, we get nailed, which is great for me and great for
Mhm.
you. Not always great for the homeowner, but
Yep.
in regards to that, tell us. Dang it, I lost my place. So if you can give us your product breakdown. So I know there's Marathon's going to be your 25 year, and then your Cambridge is going to be your 30 year, and then Dynasty is going to be your premium shingle. Can you kind of give us the breakdown of that, and even if you go into your Series 4 shingle as well?
Yeah. So we've got, as you mentioned, Marathon R is going to be our 3 tab, or as a lot of people call it, 25 year. And then Cambridge is what we consider entry level laminate. So it is a laminated shingle. We don't put any extra really bells and whistles to it as we would some of our other performance lines, but it is still a true square. Underneath each teeth, there's actually 4 layers or 4 lines of sealant holding it down, where most companies only use 2. So extra protection to make sure the shingle is actually going to stay together. And then as you upgrade into the performance lineup, so Dynasty and Nordic, we see more high def colors. So the way they drop the granules gives it more of a high def contrast. So you nice, more of a, I guess that's the best way to say it, more contrasting color. So a more beautiful look versus your just traditional standard color across the whole roof.
Okay.
And then we also put reinforcement in the nail zone, so that way it can handle stronger winds without coming up off the roof if that sealant weren't, if it was too cold or something for it to actually melt and seal down. It's going to hold that on there. And we do get a lot of hail. We also get a ton of wind. 90-mile-an-hour winds is not that uncommon, especially if you get out towards like Amarillo. And what a lot of homeowners don't know, or maybe not realize, is that insurance will pay for hail damage a lot of times. They'll total out the roof. But when it comes to wind damage, they will fight it tooth and nail. So unless there's like really excessive damage, they most likely won't cover it, and they're going to make you pay out of pocket. And that's where, I'd say you really don't necessarily need as much hail protection as you do wind protection, because that's all out of pocket. And that's where that reinforcement really comes in. It's going to help keep the shingles on your roof, so you don't have to worry about replacing them.
Okay.
Now, that being said, we do get a lot of hail, and there has been some recent bills passed through that homeowners are now really on the hook for paying their deductible. So now it's the name of the game of how do we save that? Now, our Nordic line, along with having that reinforcement to give you that wind protection, does have a polymer modified asphalt. So it's going to be able to handle the impact of hail it's tested up to 2 inches. And a lot of companies,
or golf ball size hail.
Yep, we're golf ball size hail. Yep. Yeah. And a lot of insurance companies do offer breaks or discounts on premiums to the homeowners if they have a Class 4 shingle on their roof.
Okay, I've even had some breaks even with just upgrading to like the Dynasty line with the high def shingle, and it's not the same break by any stretch of the imagination. But there's still, I've had people come back and say, "Hey, I got a break on it." I was actually surprised by that. But that is a good reason to put it on there. It's an investment when you're putting roofs on every 3 to 7 years, somewhere in that span in our area. It's worth the extra investment to buy an upgraded shingle like that.
Yeah.
I got one last question for you. And this is kind of a broad question, but I wrap up all of the podcasts and all of the YouTube videos the same: is why do we use IKO? Other than the reasons you gave me, what really makes you stand out as a maybe? I'll let you handle that. Why use IKO as compared to maybe like an Owens Corning or JF, or if you were to give me a solid answer in reference to that in a general sense, what would it be?
Like I said, for contractors wise, it's going to come down to a lot of time and quality, right? You guys want to get quality work done and get on to the next job because there's a lot of people's homes who are trying to get done in a short amount of time. So having that true square, saving you material on a shingle with a square, that's extra bundles you have to buy that you don't have to buy with us. Also, we are 5 less shingles per square that you'd have to nail down. So you start adding up the time it takes to nail down shingles over and over again.
Yeah.
Take some of that away and get you on to the next house. So you can take care of that next homeowner. To the homeowners as well, as I mentioned, we have those reinforced nail lines. So as well as a class 4 option. So that way you can be sure your roof is going to stay down and just give Mother Nature a run for her money. So there's actually a lot of videos online. You can even look up of people doing our Dynasty demos, and they're actually trying to pull the shingle off of little demo roof decks, and you can see how strong that product is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put some links on the YouTube channel where you guys can go in and look at the products and see the demos that he's speaking about. Sean, I really appreciate you going over the product with us. I do want to branch off really quickly and touch on something else that NTX has been doing. We started a program called NTX Live Fit Challenge. And now I know you work out. We were talking about it earlier today that you were a little jealous because I had a home gym in the garage. What are you doing to offset the lack of gym presence in your life right now when it comes to eating and probably being around your family full time and all these things that kind of interfere with what your normal function would be when it comes to working out? What are you doing to get it done?
Still trying to keep as close to the normal routine as I can. I'm still getting up early, still doing my normal getting somewhere to work out. I was able to snatch the last 20-pound kettlebell from Academy, even though it's sold out of everything else. So it's not much, but I'm able to do, my workouts with that. And, I can still do a leg day, a back day, arm day, however you want to do it with at least that much weight and just more cardio.
Are you getting out and running too, or are you just staying just inside the house, or you have like an elliptical treadmill, or are you outside?
I went for a run once, and I realized why I don't ever do that because it's not for me. So I got, and I would just jump rope, and then my fiance has just ordered a exercise bike for the apartment, so I'll probably be doing that here.
So I bought a couple of jump ropes, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been doing a high intensity workout. So I've been doing heavy weight, low rep, and then doing cardio in between. And I started working with a gentleman named Max Fairchild, and he has got me on an eating and workout path. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't think I haven't been sore for like 2 weeks. It's been a constant soreness through me, but I got about 35 pounds I need to get rid of, and I think he's going to get me there. Will you do me a favor? If you get a chance and you guys work out, will you post a video on the YouTube channel just of you guys doing something, or a meal that you ate if you meal prep or something like that? Just drop it on there. Give some people some ideas on how to get it done. There's a lot of people that I have 3 neighbors that struggle with working out, and they come out when I come out just so they have that sense of accountability. And so we're trying to post videos and recipes and things like that to keep everybody accountable and have somewhere where people can go and have a reference point and know that they're not doing it alone, because some of these people just can't do it. But if you get time, drop a video for us. Try to leave your shirt on though. I know you want to send us one without your shirt on. If you can leave your shirt, that'd be fantastic.
I stay clothed.
Stay clothed. No baby oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, Sean, I appreciate it. That's Sean with IKO. Guys, thanks for tuning in with NTX. We will catch you next time.